Hi, everyone. This is your host, Kristen Howe, and I am so excited to welcome you to our call with today's guest, John Griffin. John, who has performed his music at TED Talks with the Oneness Organization, the Songwriters Summit, as well as for Michael Jackson, is an amplifier of encouragement, and with his healing sounds and music, holds a space for individuals to connect with their core truths and universal consciousness. John believes that sound is a tremendous healer that can reach the heart and energetically vibrate with all parts of the body, while calming the mind and stimulating the soul. From the use of crystal bowls to binaural beats to somatic biofrequencies, all of John's sound healing is infused with the energy of intention. And on today's call, you will discover how to amplify awareness, becoming more conscious of the life you are creating. You'll discover processes to align your personal will with the will of the cosmos. You'll discover how sound and frequency manifest an energetic field around you that attracts exactly what you desire. So I can't wait for this. I'm so excited. John, thank you so much for joining us today, and welcome to the call.
Well, Kristen, thank you so much for having me. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you.
I'm so excited to be able to share you with everyone. This is such an extraordinary group of people who listen to these calls, and your energy is so fantastic. This is just going to be a fantastic match, so I can't wait. I'd love to have you start off by sharing with us a little bit of you, who you are, maybe some of the turnarounds and the turning points, that you experienced in your life that have allowed you to manifest your current level of success and awareness.
John Griffin, 6'2". I love life, and boy, life has not always loved me, or at least it certainly felt that way. But I'm really grateful for the life that I've had, challenges and blessings alike. And really one of the greatest blessings that's ever come into my life is sound and music, and being able to find a different kind of language and connection with people, with parts of myself, and, just with, I'll say, energies beyond. It's amazing how sound and frequency resonate in this way that connects us to really the entire universe. I have this thing that I talk about, which is the universe literally means one cycle. And in thinking of, I studied the acoustics of sound, and I've done so much with all sorts of different sound studies. In thinking of the actual physics of sound and the way that sound is vibration, is vibrational energy, when we measure that sound, we can see the different cycles. And the amount of cycles that happen in a second give us frequencies that create certain tones. Like a violin at the beginning of an orchestra plays an A440, so everybody can tune to it. Well, with having an understanding of universe being one cycle, we can start to see and literally feel how everything that happens within the universe is a harmonic resonance of that universe. And where that becomes really important for everything that I do is it taps into being authentic to your natural frequencies, to the melody within. So it's been years now that I've been playing with sound and music and really seeing how sound can actually move through people's bodies and how it can encourage and amplify a sense of awareness and core truths that exist within somebody, bringing them closer to their own authenticity.
Wow. Okay, so cool. And I love this. And what I love about this group is that, they're really primed for this stuff. So it's very cool. Okay, so talk to me about, help us to understand more about what sound healing is, but also, and I love the sound of this, sound motivation, and why does it work, and, all of that good stuff. Help us just understand.
Well, it's really simple. And perhaps the simplicity is the explanation itself. When we're driving in a car and we turn on the radio and we feel that there's a song on the radio, and we turn that radio on and there's the song, and we might even just catch just a moment of it. But the way that can shift our entire being, shift our energy, shift our perspective of the traffic we're sitting in, of whatever it is that is situationally or circumstantially happening around us, we can shift in that one moment from having the slightest presence of that sound vibration reaching us. And, sound doesn't only reach our ears. It doesn't only go into our ears. It resonates with our entire being. Sound literally vibrates the body. It's a practice in sound healing called somatic listening, where we're actually listening with all of the cells of our body. We engage every part of our body to pick up on sound, to pick up on the vibrations. We all are subject to so many vibrations. I mean, passing trucks outside on the street, there's so much noise and sound pollution that can come streaming at us in so many different directions. When we become conscious of the choices that we make and we follow those moments of beautiful resonance, of authenticity, when you think to yourself, oh, wait, I know that song's on the radio, and you turn that on, that sort of directive energy that happens through you is a natural frequency. It's part of your internal melody that's saying, hey, you know what? I align with this. I want to make this connection. Because that's really what we're all doing here. We're here to connect, and we're here to expand, right? So it's what we're doing on this call. It's what we seek out in our lives. It's what we're looking for. Beautiful, rich, wonderful connections so that we can tap into a more authentic energy.
I love that. Okay, so let's talk about this because, you talk about the life you're creating, which I think is so important. And I think a lot of people struggle with the fact that they are creating a life that they don't necessarily want to be creating. So how can we start to amplify our awareness? How can we start to become more conscious of what we are creating, and realize how we're creating it, and also then sort of turn the corner so we can shift from creating what we don't want to what we do want?
Well, I'm a big believer in accountability, and people don't necessarily always like that, but I do think that the answer is within the question. I mean, if you are coming to a place where you're saying, I'm not creating the life that I want, there's a certain amount of accountability there of acknowledging what is being created and literally making that shift out of a sense of victimhood of, this is not the life I'm creating, but actually seeing, okay, I might be creating this. I want to change what I'm creating in my life is a huge shift that can happen in a heartbeat when we can let go of that perceived notion that we hang on to very tightly, that we need to fight to survive, that we need to find a way to have a leg up, that we need to, all of the phrases of competition and of starvation, of struggle, of tension, of limitation, of lack that we've received over years and years and years and years of different frequencies from all these different people who have just constantly given that message of, well, you need to do this. If you want to get this, you need to do this. If you want to do this, you need to do this. All of it comes from a position of scarcity. And scarcity is not a frequency that resonates well. It's like trash cans. To me, it's like trash cans. And you hear it. You hear when people are resonating at the frequency of scarcity. And I mean, it's almost like the Peanuts teacher, right? But trash cans instead, It's like, okay, that's not the energy that I want to cultivate in my life. So I'm not going to try to pick up on that frequency. Turning the tide in yourself to say, okay, you know what? I maybe have done this. I maybe have said to myself, my creativity, it's not a good thing. It's not creating what I need. This is what I have to do in order to survive. This is what I have to do in order to survive. That is a frequency in itself that it's challenging. I know it's challenging, but it is rooted in scarcity.
Yeah.
So being able to shift yourself away from that scarcity, being able to break free from that frequency is really the first step in, again, turning the tide and opening to a life of what you really do want to create. Because you do create everything in your life. So let's start creating a new future.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so what is, because there are so many of us that are getting bombarded, right, with these other frequencies. And also, you're right, we've been taught to come from lack. We've been taught to, struggle for everything. And so how do we do that? Because it's one thing to sit here and go, yes, absolutely, John, I do want to shift from that frequency. How do we tune into the frequency we do desire, even when other people are bombarding us with, we're just sort of in this cacophony of negative frequencies? How do we do that?
Yeah, it is a cacophony of negative frequencies.
Yeah.
It happens so much and all the time. And, well, again, part of it is just identifying with, okay, this is coming here, and it helps if you can identify the source. But there are a number of techniques and different things that we can do. Meditation is certainly one of them, and it works for some people. And some people don't necessarily resonate with it. But if it does work for you, strongly encourage meditation. Listening to programs like this, absolutely. Simply taking the time to breathe, right? Breathing is probably the number one thing that will shift your attention and awareness away from all that static, away from all of that cacophony, and bring you into the present moment, bring you into the state of now. Connecting with an honest breath is one of the fastest ways, really, of bringing yourself into that frequency. Getting to the point of that honest breath and breathing into that, I found meditation helps, but really stronger than anything else, simple sounds. And not just a barrage of sounds, but pure sounds that come with intention and really are centuries and centuries old. I grew up on Led Zeppelin, and, I love Harry Connick Jr., and I went to school for jazz. I love all forms of music. I really do. I love expression. It doesn't have to be a pitch perfect performance or anything like that, but we know that authenticity. Well, so much of the sound and music and images and media and creations that we're being bombarded with really push for a particular angle. They push for this sense of perfection. They push to be income makers. I mean, we all have to earn an income, so that's going to be present, and that's nothing to steer away from. But really, when we can open ourselves to frequencies that go beyond some of the base things that we receive or that exist all around us, we literally open up to different frequencies of the universe. There are so many sounds that fall between the frequencies of the notes that we hear on the radio. So I encourage people constantly to play with that, because that could be in beautiful harmony with your internal melody.
I love that. And actually, that brings up something else, which is, you've said one of my favorite words, which is authenticity, and you've used it a couple of times. And I think that is one of those things that so many of us are really in a bit of a journey right now to discover our own authenticity. And I know you talk about allowing space for your voice. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. Space for your voice. Well, when we resonate with the frequencies around us, we in turn create that resonance in us to let that echo come out. So when we resonate with those trash cans, when we resonate with anger, when we allow ourselves to consciously make that choice or unconsciously make that choice to be in that frequency, well, that's what comes out of us. It's part of the beauty of the mind-body-soul combination is we have this wonderful way of tuning in quickly to whatever we've placed ourselves in. We've made the choice to come to this planet. Why do we need to put ourselves in so much tension, in so much dis-ease, discomfort? Changing the frequencies that we surround ourselves with, creating rooms for yourself that you feel joy. When you step into your bedroom, when you step into your living room, are you happy with the room that's around you? Amazingly, I've found with a number of the people that I work with, they're actually not. There's always something that they would love to change. So when we get to, well, why they haven't changed that, they feel as though they can't make that change. Now, that connects to the voice because it's something that they've perhaps been unaware that they would like to express. They would like to express a change that would really open up a different frequency, a different space, a different energy that they place themselves in. So, surrounding ourselves with an external environment can really impact our internal environment. Creating space around us can help us to actually create space within. Even if we don't have that space around us, we can still create huge rooms of space within. We can find that inner temple. We can sweep away all of the leaves, all of the rain that's come in, and we can really clean up what's happening within our own inner space to allow the vibration, the frequency of our heart to resonate. I'm going to use it again, to resonate more authentically, right? To really resonate in authenticity. Our heart is such an intelligent part of our being. And, I know a lot of people, they have different ideas as far as what the mind does and how the mind manifests and what we do with our mind. I don't like to bash the mind at all. It's a wonderful, valuable tool. But I think the heart is often unrecognized for its intelligence and really resonating at the frequency of the heart and allowing that conscious awareness in your heart to expand into everything you do allows you to manifest things in a different way. And when that need is for space and for allowing your true voice to come out, the heart really just opens up just valleys worth of space so that you can express the truth within.
Wow, I love that. And let's talk about this because we were just, this all brings me to that concept that we have an energetic field around us that is either attracting what we desire or attracting what we don't desire. So how do we use sound and frequency to help us create an energetic field around us that does attract what we desire? How can we do that?
It's all energy. It's such beautiful, awesome energy that is just around you and around me. And we are happening here together at the exact same time. Right now, we are all resonating together. I would encourage everyone, just in this moment, can I take a breath here? Can we take
Please.
a pause just for a second and just
Absolutely
really connect with our breath? Because it's such a beautiful reminder when we move away from having that 90-degree perspective of everything that's directly in front of us, and we open our awareness to a 360-degree perspective and understanding of how we are all connected, how this is all really a beautiful, beautiful frequency that we get to share together, this frequency that we're in right now. So let's just move our awareness into our breath just for a moment. And let's just take a really deep breath. Slow yourself down. Allow your hands to fall on your lap. And take a nice deep breath in. There it is. That's it. That frequency right there, that feeling right there is universal, is around you, is available for you to access at any given moment, to connect in this way.
Wow, that's so powerful. I could feel that. And exactly when you went, there it is, I had just felt it go clink. Right? So when you actually tie sound into this, I would imagine that's extreme. Do you have any, I know you have so many sound healing audios and tools and processes. Is there something that you can share with us here that would, sort of tie into all of this?
Yeah. Yeah. That breath that we just took opens up a big space of silence. And silence is its own beautiful sound and frequency. And silence can also be something that can feel empty and hollow. So the way that we can fill that space around with other sound as well is a good thing. So I'd love to actually share a sound bath that I have called Oneness. And again, this is just the frequency of all of us resonating within this existence, within this frequency, within the abundance that surrounds us. So take a breath in and just connect with these sounds and allow whatever comes up to simply come up. How'd that feel?
That was amazing. I had like a little light show going on inside my whole head. I love that you call it a sound bath, because that truly is, it almost felt, for me at least, impossible to hold on to any thoughts. It like let them clear, you know what I mean? Which was really cool.
It's definitely jumping in and just bathe, let it all wash away. That's literally what it can do. And just instantly shift you. I mean, you can feel that instantly. And I love that there was a light show going on in your head. I want to see that laser light show.
Right? Yeah, it was really cool. And that's not necessarily something that typically happens with me. So yeah, it was so cool. I was like, ooh, that's fun. And there were, different colors and kind of coming from all different spots of my head. So yeah, really powerful. You're right. It's sort of like, I think so many of us are going off of what's coming at us externally that we lose complete awareness and touch with our internal space. And it's like it allowed that space to expand just now by listening to that.
Yeah. We all know that the answers lie within us. We know that. We know that. And we know that we can follow our own truth. And we know that we want to be more truthful with ourselves. And yet we so often fall into being influenced by what's happening around us, being influenced by the situations, by the circumstances of what's happening in our daily lives, that we lose a sense of awareness of how we're approaching that consciously, how we are interacting with our life consciously. And this is where we fall into habits and patterns and just simply doing the things that we've done, right? Well, my creativity doesn't generate for me, so I have to go to this job. I have to do this. This is what I have to do to survive. And I know it's a scary thing to even look at that and to even think, okay, how do I shift away from that? But that really is the frequency of pure potential, of manifestation, of opening up to the life of your deepest desires.
Mm. And talk to me about this because, I mentioned earlier that we would talk about aligning ourselves and our personal will with the will of the cosmos. So first of all, what do you mean by the will of the cosmos?
Well, the will of the cosmos. And Cosmo is a really cool guy at the Starbucks down at the corner near where I was. The will of the cosmos, we are all of this beautiful life force energy. And whatever we want to call that, if we want to call that divine, if we want to call that God, if we want to call that the universe, if we need to call that chaos, however we identify with it, most of us can accept that we are all filled with life force energy, that we are an expression of this life force energy. Allowing ourselves to be that life force energy, there's some personal will that we discover along the way. We say, you know what? I like my hair parted this way. I like these kind of jeans, my skinny jeans. We allow ourselves to surround ourselves with personal choices. And yet, there is this deeper current that we all feel that's just as true as knowing the truth is within us. And that is the will of the cosmos. That is the universal will, the divine will that really has a constant plan of expanding into the unknown. So when we take our personal will and we allow it to clash against that will of the cosmos, of change, of expansion, of finding the new within our everyday moment, well, that's when we try to create lives of just comfort or pattern or whatever it might be. And the will of the cosmos constantly challenges us to move just beyond that. Move beyond this comfort space that you've created for yourself. Move beyond this habit, this pattern, this rhythm that you've fallen into. Move just beyond that and see what else is possible. And when we allow our personal will to be more in alignment with that universal will, to be more resonant, to be a harmony to the single cycle of the universe, when we allow that harmony to resonate deep within, really our life begins to shift. We all have different dreams that we look at different times in our lives. If we hold on to those things, well, we can allow ourselves to be stuck. Stuckness happens. Stuckness happens more than we'd like it to in life. But it's okay. Rather than getting upset with it, let's change that frequency. Let's resonate in a new way so that we bring a different kind of awareness to moving beyond that stuckness, moving out of the struggle of our personal will against the will of the cosmos.
I love stuckness happens. But it's true. It's sort of like if we just kind of allow that, that allows it to, like you said, it allows it to unstuck, so to speak. Yeah. Very cool. Okay, so do you have any specific, processes or things that you would recommend to help us align our personal will with the will of the cosmos?
Yeah, I do actually. I have a high frequency process here.
Okay.
It's an awareness process that will pull us more into the current state of now, into what's really happening within us, to put us in touch with our cellular intelligence, to allow our thoughts to be there, but to move beyond just the frequency of thoughts and to really resonate with our entire being. in being present. And when we're present, when we resonate in this way, we become monster manifestors. I mean, we can create literally anything simply by resonating in that frequency. Because as we were talking about before, what you create, the frequency that you resonate out, that attracts the same frequency, like frequency in. So it really aligns your life with what works, what suits you best, and really what can bring about the ultimate amount of joy, possibility, and again, what we're all doing here, connection. So moving into this, normally I do this with some binaural beats, which are two different tones that I send to the ears that would activate a brainwave state. Often I encourage people to use some of the sound tools that I have to activate a delta brainwave state for something like this. But I encourage you now to just sit comfortably in your seat. If you want to lay down, you can. Get some deep breaths going. Place the backs of your hands on the top of your legs so that your palms are facing upward, open, ready to receive. And just allow that breath to begin weaving its cycle, allowing whatever breath comes in to simply turn around and spill right out again. When you get to the bottom of the breath, feel the way it turns around, simply like liquid back in. And then back out again. As you tune your attention to the breath, feel the way your thoughts begin to drift away, as if clouds that are being carried away over the waves of the ocean. You can close your eyes if your eyes are open. You can close your eyes. You can also leave them open. Now, with this circular breath happening, play with your connection. Play with where you feel that you are. Where are you? Where are you aware of this moment? Is it in your senses as we listen? As you perhaps see what's in front of you, or if your eyes are closed, you don't see anything? You feel your breath. Does your awareness feel like it's in your head? Is it somewhere between the ears? Let's deepen the breath just a little bit and move your awareness down into your throat. Literally feel as though your throat, where the air is passing through, allow that to become the center point of your conscious awareness. And if you feel you have that, allow your attention now to move down to that beautiful expanse of your lungs. Literally feel your lungs filling up with air. And allow your awareness to be your lungs. And now take your dominant hand, if you would, and just lift your hand up. And bring your dominant hand lightly so that your fingertips touch just above your heart. And connect with this point. Connect with where your fingertips or touching your body. Feel the consciousness of your fingertips. Feel the awareness of your heart. What I'd like you to do is with each heartbeat, if you don't feel your heartbeat, it's okay. You can envision your heartbeat. I want you to feel this life force energy that is pumping through you right now, the will of the cosmos. I want you to feel how each heartbeat is creating beautiful electricity that flows in your bloodstream. And feel that electricity coming to your fingers. Feel that life force moving through your arm, past your elbow, through your wrist, and right into your fingers. You might have the sensation of goosebumps. Whatever you're feeling, allow that feeling to come. And begin to feel the circularity of the energy of your heart as it pulsates and sends out this energy through your arm. Now take a really deep breath to bring that energy that's coming through your hand into your chest. Some of you may be doing it already. If you're not, I invite you to do some light tapping just above your heart. Keep breathing, and as you reach the top of your breath, I'm going to start to introduce something else to the exhale. Exhale slowly, and on each exhale, say the phrase, I am here. I am here. I am here. I am here. Connect with the energy of your heart. Connect with that energy moving through your entire being. Feel a sense of awareness from your heart. And how that awareness in your heart has spread to your throat. I am here. I am here. Whatever's happening in your mind, it's okay. Just allow those thoughts to pass like clouds over the ocean. I am here. Keep breathing and connecting in this way. Place your palm on your chest and say, I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. I manifest the life of my deepest desires. I manifest the life of my deepest desires. I breathe to be in resonance and alignment with that which most benefits my life. I breathe and resonate to be in alignment with that which most benefits my life. I am a divine expression of love. and I am here. As you feel that energy, you may lift your other hand, bring your hands in front of your chest. And simply say aloud, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm going to say Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, which is welcoming divine peace, peace, peace. May you resonate authentically with this beautiful power of self, of community, of compassion, of growth and awareness. Thank you for playing full out and showing up so powerfully. Thank you. And so it is. Allow your eyes to start drifting open. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Keep taking those deep breaths. You may feel encouraged to take a stretch. Reach your hands up above your head and just let that body beam out like a ray of golden light. And bring yourself back into this moment. How did that feel?
That was amazing. Truly, just especially when it, the section over the heart, the I am here from that, I got chills. I mean, that's just so powerful. And I can see why, doing things like this, and even, the concept of adding any binaural beats or any sounds to it would just make it so extraordinarily powerful. It already was so powerful, so I can't even imagine taking it sort of to that next level, right?
It is a whole nother level. It's amazing what opens up. It really is a whole nother level. This is a good primer for really bringing you into that frequency. But getting the sound elements in as well, it does. It opens up to a new place.
Yeah, actually, it would be really cool if you could share with us, what you've seen happen, some of the transformations that you've seen take place with, some of the people who have applied what you've teach, who are combining, and using all of the sound that you have. So do you have a few stories that you could share with us?
I do. I have tons of stories, but I won't share tons. And, the great thing about sound and with this kind of work is really witnessing the way that it moves around the world, and just the people from all around the world that have resonated with what this is and with really their own authenticity. Because all this is holding space, creating space to listen to that internal melody within. I just recently was contacted by somebody on Facebook who shared that as soon as they got into the Sunday sound baths, they were instantly hooked. And they found that it helped them center themselves and find their inner strength. They also share that they feel an awareness, a sense of awareness that they are a work in progress, and they've come to accept that in a different way. And what that's brought into their lives because of that kind of acceptance has been unbelievable. They're feeling love. They're feeling connection. They're feeling new possibility with work opportunities. They're reaching a new point in their life when they actually start shifting away from looking at life as a position of scarcity. And that's my favorite kind of success story, because it's such a beautiful, subtle shift that makes a lifetime of difference. I've had people share with me about musicians that have shared with me. I have a number of musicians here that have shared with me about how listening to their internal melody has helped them to be able to actually create more music. artists who use this to tap into a deeper level of creativity when they're expressing their art. Now, we're all powerful creators. We really are. These people, I love the way they've tapped into their creativity. There's been a huge group of people that have moved into different states of health, literally getting rid of chronic pain and illness that have kept them debilitated for years. And this is a really special one, and one that always makes me a little emotional, because it's such pure joy to get an email from somebody who shares, I've been in a hospital bed and I've been unable to move or get away from my chronic pain. And these sounds have actually provided a relief that I haven't felt in years. And when that sort of sound healing work happens, that is happening on a somatic level. That is someone who's listening and allowing their intentions to open up to the intentions of the sound bath. But those frequencies are literally moving into the body and allowing the body to heal itself. You know, our mind, our stress, our thoughts, a lot of us know that this is the playground of where we bring about debilitating diseases or areas of compact density within us that cause physical problems. When we get out of our own way, the body will naturally heal itself. When we introduce sound as a way of allowing each of the organs and the entire body to literally resonate within itself, it's so beautifully powerful and inspirational to see what happens, how people create these shifts.
Yeah, what a beautiful thing. And it's, you know, it's so exciting. And I love that it's helping people with something as intense as that, and also helping other people just find a way to deepen their creative expression in the world. And obviously, I mean, it's so clear, even just after doing that one process with you just now, how this would so significantly increase our frequency that, you know, we all know, and luckily this is a very savvy group of listeners, we know how essential a higher frequency is to manifesting the things you desire and the life you desire and the feelings you desire. So it's so exciting. I mean, I'm so thrilled with everything you've shared with us. I love that you shared some of your music with us and took us through that incredible process. Obviously, there's so much more. You know, we could sit here and talk for hours and hours, and I would love that. But, you know, there's just so much more. That's why I asked you to create your special offer, which you did. And so everyone, what I'm going to do, I highly encourage you, go check out John's special offer right now. It's really simple. You can just click on the special offer button that is on this page, and you will be sent right there. So, John, if you could let us know what we'll find there, that would be fantastic.
Yes. Well, I'm so excited to share with you the Awakening Awareness program that I have that is jam-packed with sound healing audios. Actually, the one that we heard, Oneness, that is actually in this set, that are designed to resonate with really what you want to manifest, your deepest desires within. Right? We all can look at what we want and the kinds of abundance that we want, and money definitely comes up in there, but there's so much more abundance and so much more that we can manifest that really supports bringing in the money, bringing in love, bringing in relationships, bringing in self-worth, really opening up to saying yes to having exactly the life that we want. And that's what this entire program is all about. And it was designed to be used over a 5-week period that I've played with people. I mean, especially a dynamic group like this, these people could move through it at a faster pace if you wanted to. The first audio of what we go into is the audio that we listen to, Oneness. And the coursework goes into dissolving duality. So with this, what you're getting is you're not only getting a 20-minute sound vibration healing sound bath, Oneness, but you're also getting an audio course that you can move through as well. And you're encouraged to listen to it and to use the sound bath throughout your week or throughout any time that you need to really break up whatever's holding you back, whatever's keeping you in separation, whatever might be creating a sense of duality within. And allows you to resonate with the frequency of oneness. Then you also get some other assisting audios as well that you can use whenever you want. You get a morning audio process, an awakening process. You get an evening gratitude process, which is really very powerful, helpful process. These you can listen to in bed or when you get up, when you're brushing your teeth, whatever it is that you're doing. And there's the all-important grounding process where we literally move through each of the chakras and have that grounding, aligning element from the root all the way to the crown chakra. Powerful set of audios. And that comes in this entire set. Week 1 is oneness, dissolving duality. Week 2, we move into expanding our awareness. We started playing with that today, moving into the cellular intelligence of our body, tapping into what our body most needs and allowing ourselves to actually hear that. In week 3, we move into sexy and dynamic living. Everyone loves this one. This is the one that gets people to get up and move and start shaking their hips around. Because, you are a sexy, dynamic, beautiful individual. And if there's anything that's getting in your way from living that way and from feeling that way at all, this is the audio for you. Because you continue to blossom. It doesn't matter what age you are. Sexy is sexy. It really is. And you are beautiful, beautiful expression. So tap into, together in this audio, we tap into how we can move into that bliss of being continuously in bloom. So then we move into balance and really finding polarity of the divine and creating that understanding between the difference between polarity and duality. And then we wrap that up with trust and resonating in absolute love. And this is just a mover. These set of audios really move you and shift you and change the frequency from which you start to manifest everything. I've thrown in a bunch of bonuses as well. I've thrown in life vibrations, deep relaxation. This is an hour-long binaural beat audio that will give you the best sleep of your life. I challenge you to find anything that gives you a better sleep. Sunday Sound Bath Confidence. This really helps you to move into a deeper state of confidence, no matter what it is that you're doing. And a very special audio, Open Heart. And that's really what this encourages more than anything else, is to live from a position of an open heart, to allow that fear of vulnerability to wash away and to move you into a state of accepting. And when we are in that open heart state, when we're accepting, well, we're creating as well. We're creating a totally different world.
This is incredible. This is absolutely, there's so much here, and I love how it all comes together and the approach that you have, and you're hitting like everything that we could possibly want you to hit. So I appreciate that. When we start using this, what are some of the things that we could expect to start experiencing literally right away?
It's a really powerful set of audios, and instantly you will notice a change with your physical state and a change with your awareness and attention of everything around you. So what you can expect to see is literally a heightened sense of awareness that allow you to deal with everything that you have coming at you in a completely different way. And your body takes on everything that's happening around you in a completely different way. Tuning in to these sounds and there are sounds of crystal bowls, ancient tuning forks, Tibetan bowls, a number of different ancient instruments and tunings and frequencies and brain activation frequencies that open you up to, again, sounds that we haven't heard in so long, that your body has been craving, has been thirsting for so long. Feeding that and tapping into that frequency shifts your awareness to instantly notice a change in awareness and a change in the way that you can approach everything around you.
Wow. Okay. It's so cool and so exciting. I mean, I love that it's something that we will feel. Well, even with the process that you took us through, and even with the little bit of sound that you shared with us, I did feel shifts immediately. And so I can only imagine just really diving into this, how powerful this is. Everyone, again, click on that special offer button that's on this page. Definitely check that out. This is absolutely incredible. I love what you're doing, John. I love how much you shared with us on the call. So I really appreciate that. Your energy is just fantastic. And I just want to thank you for that. Do you have any final words that you want to share with us before we leave you?
Well, it's funny. I actually was just remembering, if I can just share this as well with this program. I did have someone who reached out and shared as they were using this program that they were making a change at work and had to go in for new meetings and meeting new management, and they were in fear of losing their job. And they were able to use these audios and create a different space in which they walked through the doors of where they worked. And within a week's time, they were promoted to a new position. So
wow.
they literally shifted their entire frequency of how they were perceiving change and going into it. And the higher ups to be recognized that this is a huge, valuable asset, this person right here. So they really completely aligned with what was in their best interest. It was a beautiful thing to hear about. Really, really great. Last words. What could I say? What could I say that you don't already know? Well, breathe. And the answers are within you. You have the ability to ignite the new discovery, a new discovery for your life. If there are patterns and habits, tendencies that you feel stuck in, you have the power to ignite the new discovery, to walk into the garden, to behold the splendor and majesty, to witness the blossom, to say hello to the particles of life, the cellular oneness of each living being and each living potential within you, to feel the cycles of all that is new and all the potential that's growing around you, from which every ounce of possibility comes, to feel the expansion of all things possible as the fruit from the vine of everything that's happened before. This is the way that we can shift how we look at our own lives. And we can break away from looking at our lives and looking at our past or looking at our current situation, or we're looking at our future from a position of scarcity. So I invite you and I encourage you to ignite the new discovery within in every breath. And thank you so much for showing up.
I love that. I love ignite the new discovery within. That's amazing. So everyone, you're all phenomenal people. Take that in. That's just absolutely incredible. And John, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're awesome. I just so appreciate this. I had a blast, and I can't wait till we get to do this again.
You are really awesome, and I had such a good time with you. Thank you so much for having me on, and thank you. Thank you. Looking forward to the next time.
Yeah, absolutely. And until then, everyone, keep manifesting. Bye-bye, all.